I know I should be celebrating Christmas right now with my family, and I am, but we still have movies to watch, and we still have shows to binge. Let's do it. What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to my channel. Spending some time with the family for the holidays, and happy holidays to you all. Hope you all are having a very Merry Christmas. But I did finish Lost in Space Season 2, so I want to talk about it. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you binged through it? Did you watch it when it dropped yesterday? A little later than I usually am on these shows, but we're still going to talk about it, and let's get into it. So, Lost in Space Season 2. So we're jumping right into episode 1. 7 months later, this family is marooned on a watery planet, and the Robinsons, they're making a risky bid to power up their Jupiter. Just some quick thoughts on Season 1. I liked Season 1 for what it was. There are clear issues present, and I heard so many people complain about the fact that there were too many unbelievable elements and things about the plot and the script that just don't come together in a way that makes you feel like this family is actually in peril. And I completely understand all of those complaints. They're present. They're part of the reason why I didn't love Season 1, but I did see potential there for this show to grow into something that I think after Season 2, it is on track to do. I like Season 2 more than Season 1. I'm starting to believe in this story a bit more, and the stakes in this season, it feels like they are just so much higher than what Season 1 had to offer. And you also get more storylines, maybe one too many, but you also get more storylines with this family to allow yourself to relate to these characters a bit more, especially diving into, the mother-daughter relationship, the father-son relationship. We start out in the first episode, and we are full throttle in setting up even more conflict between the family, and that's what we're here for. We're here for the Robinsons. We're here for Will Robinson, all of them. And that was present in this season. The entire cast is really good. I think in Season 1, there were a few moments with certain characters, and I know I'm rehashing Season 1, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it on this channel. Certain characters, it felt like they were possibly overacting when it called for emotion. I'm like, yeah, it may be a too much, and I get it. It's this sci-fi epic. It's something you're trying to translate into a TV show with a massive budget. By the way, the CGI in this season is significantly better than it was in Season 1. Not saying that Season 1 was bad, but I believed this season a bit more when it came to the visuals. Still one or two things here or there, but it looked magnificent. Another issue that I think does end up carrying over into Season 2 is I do think the editing is a bit quick, especially in the first 2 episodes of this season. We're dealing with some massive things here. Our characters, once again, are in peril, as they are most of the time, but all of these quick cuts, and we get shot. We don't get a lot of time for these situations, these ideas of something tragic happening to these characters. We don't get a lot of time for that to develop. Now, that does get better as the season progresses, and the more we learn about these situations, setting up even more things for the future of this franchise. It's something that they improved upon, but it's still an issue that I kept in this season as well. Obviously, now this is not a major spoiler. I'm not doing spoilers because the show just dropped, but this is a mild spoiler. If you've seen the trailer, you know this is coming eventually. So if you don't want to know anything, maybe click away now. 3, 2, 1. I have to talk about the relationship between our robot, the reason we're kind of tuning in, that big cliffhanger from Season 1 we picked up back with the family where they were, and Will. And that relationship, I believe, is the driving force of this season. Whether it's waiting on him to return, whether it's fleshing out that relationship more, whether it's the direction that it heads, which slightly caught me off guard in Season 1, but even more so in this season. Like I said, the stakes are raised. It feels much more epic, and I like the storyline of Season 2 a bit better. Like I mentioned, the family relationships, the reason why we're watching this was great. Some of the decisions were a tad bit frustrating. It is a predictable show, probably a predictable Season 2 if you think too hard. And the issues that were present in Season 1 were here, meaning certain things you just kind of have to buy, even if they don't make the most sense in the world. But the issues weren't as big in this season. And a lot of people are going to say this is a rinse and repeat story. There's an issue. We have to fix it. We're going to solve that problem. We're going to move on to the next episode. But, and I hate to say it like this, I like seeing this family in peril. But that's the beauty of the show. It's finding their way out of every situation that they get themselves in. Not that they're getting themselves in the situation. And of course, we've got the bad cookies in the bunch. That carries over from the previous season. And certain characters actually, there are injuries. There are more devastating stakes in this season that doesn't just have to do with the relationship between the robot and Will. We survive, we move on. The score is grand here. It's a sweeping, epic sci-fi score. Like I said, the visuals are really, really good, from the CGI to the color correction. Just the look of the entire show is great. Not that I had a major issue with Will in the first season. Let's just say I buy him a lot more in this season. He is progressing, aging very well as both an actor and as this character, and I thought it worked really, really well for what the show was going for. We survive, we move on, we thrive, we try to get back to civilization. That is Lost in Space. I mean, just look at the title, Lost in Space. It's pretty obvious. Overall, I need to think and ponder upon season 2 just a tad bit more. I definitely like it more than the first season. I don't know if I love it just yet, but I'm getting there. This is a show that is, in my opinion, progressively getting better, and it's just fun. It's not a show that you have to think too hard in. It's not a show that throws emotion at you left and right. There's definitely emotion in there, especially in this season. But Lost in Space, man, if you haven't even seen season 1 and you're just watching this review, give it a try. And some will tell you that you have to trudge through season 1, and I understand that to a degree, but once you get to season 2, if you're locked in on these characters, if you're locked in on this family, I think you're really going to enjoy it. And that's why I'm basically going a 3 out of 4 with my score. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you like what we do on this channel, reviewing, or at least trying to review every single thing that drops on Netflix, I'm going 75% with my score. It is a show that I think is progressively getting better, and one that I had fun with. Entertaining, and I think dropping it on Christmas Eve is brilliant. It is one of the reasons why it took me so long to watch it, because obviously obligations, life. It is one of the reasons why I'm being so quiet right now, because I'm not at my house. Clearly, this is my normal background. This is not my normal background, but it is something that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy watching during the holidays. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I did my honorable mentions this morning. My top 10 movies of the year, that's coming. Netflix series, that's coming. A lot of really cool things. Still have to see Little Women, Spies in Disguise, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, all of those things. They're coming on this channel as soon as possible. You guys are the best. See you soon.